Hi, Andrew Bell with you, coming from a very Gold Coast. I hope you were able to see our opening ceremony for the 2018 Commonwealth Games. It's amazing to see how we are soaring ahead in the medal tally, and we're on track to have our best performance ever in the Commonwealth Games competition. Apart from a lot of locals who left town in fear of the traffic chaos, it's been a wonderful experience hosting the Games here, with so much goodwill, good cheer, and clearly we've had the best opportunity ever to present the Gold Coast to the world. There is no doubt that the Gold Coast is now known by over 1 billion people who probably knew very little about it previously. We have certainly been taking advantage of this with over 200 pages of advertising over the past couple of weeks in the Gold Coast Bulletin. And as we hoped, we've been getting some outstanding responses. We look forward to seeing continued benefits from the Games flowing forward over the years to come. Some more good news, and particularly for Queensland, the value of Queensland goods sold overseas has boomed, with exports growing by $10 billion in the year to February, according to the new data just released from the State Treasury. Figures show that Queensland's exports grew to $70 billion during that period of time, with the largest increase coming from coal. And no surprise, China still remains Queensland's largest export destination. Now, the Reserve Bank has also announced no increase in official rates for the month of April. As I mentioned in my last report, there are numerous people starting to suggest we could get a drop in interest rates. However, more significantly, the Reserve Bank themselves have said that there will be no need for higher rates until there's faster wages growth, which will trigger some inflationary growth. Quite a way off yet. Continuing on the economic front, it's interesting to see that the completely independent International Monetary Fund believes that Australia's economy is likely to grow between 2.5% and 3% over the next 5 years each year. That's a good long-range prediction, and whilst we would like it to be over 3%, it is still growth that will give us some security going forward, given that the last 12 months saw economic growth at 2.1%. To see us in the mid to high 2% range will be a step forward. The OECD suggests that the stronger commodity prices and rising jobs growth will be critical pieces for that growth. These forecasts, not only by the OECD, but likewise from our own Reserve Bank, implies that Australia is about to enter its strongest period of headline economic growth since before the global financial crisis over 10 years ago. Some other good news is that separate data shows that the Australian companies are enjoying the strongest business conditions in at least 2 decades, and that companies expect to continue hiring workers at least at last year's record pace. That's really encouraging. As I mentioned a moment ago, we're certainly on the front foot promoting our spectacular Gold Coast through this period of time where we have record numbers of visitors to our city. If you're in the market, have a good look at last week's Gold Coast Bulletin, as you can see how dominant Ray White is here on the Gold Coast. We take our position as market leaders as a great responsibility to continue to get the best possible results for all of our clients here on the Gold Coast. Well, that's it for this fortnight. I look forward to being with you in 2 weeks' time. Stay safe.